One of the races on the ballot this year for Ohio voters is for the U.S. House of Representatives in District 1. This includes Hamilton County and Warren County. Republican incumbent Steve Chabot is running against Democrat and current Cincinnati City Councilman Greg Landsman. Both candidates spent Saturday morning out with volunteers talking with voters. One woman volunteering for the Landsman campaign says some key issues on her mind for this election are reproductive and voting rights.
Concerned about the January 6th event, so people that could be elected that supported what happened on January 6th.
Landsman believes these concerns are at the top of the list for a lot of voters right now.
I think some of the biggest issues are the economy and, reproductive freedom, our democracy, voting rights.
On the economy, Landsman supports bringing the supply chain back to the U.S., workers' rights, and a $15 minimum wage. On reproductive freedom, he supports codifying the protections granted by Roe v. Wade. And on voting rights, Landsman supports expanded voter access and increasing election security. He also wants to implement independent redistricting across the country. Meanwhile, one volunteer with the Chabot campaign tells us it's the things the congressman has done during his nearly 30 years in the House of Representatives that inspired him to support the campaign.
Congressman Chabot has been very compassionate, very considerate, and also been very courageous in picking up some issues pertaining to India and Hindus.
Chabot is the co-chair of the India Caucus and says there are two main issues in this election.
It's about the out-of-control crime, and it's about the out-of-control prices that people are having to pay at the grocery store, at the gas pump.
On the economy, Chabot is in support of lowering government spending and advocates for requiring a balanced budget at the federal level. On reproductive rights, he's a pro-life advocate and has co-sponsored pro-life legislation. And when it comes to the 2020 election, Chabot says there were some irregularities in the election, but Joe Biden is the president of the United States. And on crime, Chabot says he supports law enforcement. Early voting is underway through November 7th, and the deadline to request an absentee ballot is coming up on Saturday, November 5th at noon. You can find more information about voting in this midterm election on your Board of Elections website. Anna Azelian, WCPO 9 News.